Just imagine a man becoming unbelievably powerful after drinking gasoline. But nothing is as straightforward as it seems. The story begins when a spaceship crashes deep into South Korea. The wreck sinks into a river, and moments later, a naked man is pulled out of the water. We then meet Man Ji, who's making breakfast with his wife, So-hee. The two were recently married, and they're clearly enjoying every moment together. Man Ji is kind, handsome, and hardworking, making So-hee believe she's the luckiest woman in the world. She has no idea the perfect life she sees is hiding something darker. One morning, over breakfast, Man Ji tells her he won't make it home by dinner time because of work. So-hee asks if he's really leaving for work or if something else is going on. He simply smiles and tells her he loves her. Later that evening, So-hee meets up with her childhood friends. One of them asks what her husband is like, and So-hee can't stop praising him. After hearing all of that, another friend laughs and says, "Come on, my boyfriend is pretty amazing too." Sometimes the happiest conversations hide the first signs of an unseen truth. The night feels completely ordinary, and no one suspects that everything they're talking about is about to take a very different turn. Some secrets stay buried until they quietly begin changing everything. The conversation soon shifts to another woman named Sarah. Rumor has it that she killed her ex-husband after finding out he was having an affair. Later that night, So-hee gets home much later than expected. Man Ji notices a few marks on her hands, but before either of them says anything, his phone suddenly rings. After the call, So-hee quietly checks her husband's phone. She finds several text messages, and one of them says he's planning to meet someone on Friday. The moment she reads it, she starts wondering if Man Ji is seeing someone behind her back. One message is all it takes for trust to begin falling apart. The next morning, So-hee asks Man Ji to go with her to an event on Friday. He turns her down, saying he has to work. That excuse only makes her suspicion even stronger. She becomes convinced that her husband is cheating on her right under her nose. Eventually, So-hee meets with a private investigator named Dr. Jang. She hires him to follow Man Ji and find out whether he's really having an affair. From that moment on, Dr. Jang begins tracking Man Ji wherever he goes. The closer someone looks, the stranger the truth quietly becomes. Every move Man Ji makes is now being watched, and So-hee knows it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. Some investigations uncover far more than anyone was ever prepared for. Eventually, Dr. Jang meets with So-hee and tells her that Man Ji really is cheating on her. But that's not all. He says her husband has several strange habits that don't make any sense. Man Ji spends most of his time at clubs, goes out with different women almost every day, and drinks large amounts of wine every single morning. Dr. Jang also reveals that Man Ji has already been married 3 times before. Even more disturbing, all 3 of his previous wives are either missing or dead. But the most shocking discovery is that Man Ji secretly drinks gasoline. The truth keeps getting darker with every answer they uncover together. Hearing all of this completely shatters So-hee. She leaves in tears, unable to process everything she's just learned. That night, she even tries to kill Man Ji with a knife, but at the last second, she can't bring herself to do it. Instead, she goes to see her old friend Sarah. So-hee tells her she wants to kill her cheating husband. Sarah has already been through 4 failed marriages, and people once accused her of killing her own ex-husband. Pain has a way of making impossible choices seem frighteningly reasonable. Sarah insists she never killed her former husband, but she still says a man like that deserves to die. According to her, they're all the same. For So-hee, every answer only creates an even bigger nightmare. The next day, So-hee meets with Dr. Jang again. This time, he tells her something even more unbelievable. In his opinion, Man Ji isn't from this world at all. He claims Man Ji came from another planet, where beings known as the Unbreakables secretly live among humans. According to Dr. Jang, they disguise themselves as ordinary people, marry humans, and live completely normal lives so no one ever suspects who they really are. When So-hee refuses to believe him, he takes her to a gas station. Some truths sound impossible until they're standing right in front of you. There, she sees Man Ji drinking gasoline with her own eyes. She's left completely speechless. At the same time, a classified government meeting is taking place, attended by scientists, law enforcement officers, and intelligence officials. Their mission is to capture the aliens living among humans. They believe these beings are collecting human DNA and spreading a dangerous virus. To save humanity, they know they'll have to find the alien leader, Man Ji. The mystery is no longer personal. It has become a global threat. Shaken to her core, So-hee returns home and takes a bottle of water from the refrigerator, still trying to make sense of everything she's just witnessed. Nothing in her life will ever feel normal again after this moment. Man Ji had already poisoned the water, so the moment So-hee drinks it, she collapses to the floor. A little while later, Man Ji arrives, sees her unconscious, and quietly celebrates. He immediately calls So-hee's friends, so no one will suspect him, and together they rush her to the hospital. The doctor announces that So-hee has died. Her friends break down in tears, while Man Ji pretends to be a devastated husband. Then, without warning, So-hee suddenly wakes up and spits out the blue poison. Man Ji's entire plan falls apart, but he quickly acts relieved that she's still alive. Everything changes the instant death suddenly refuses to stay permanent. Later, Man Ji stops by a store and buys another poison, determined to finish the job. At the same time, the police police have been following him and secretly photograph him outside the store. That evening, Man-ji meets with his fellow aliens and tells them about his plan to kill So-hee. He asks for their help getting rid of her body. Meanwhile, So-hee teams up with Sarah to come up with a plan to kill Man-ji, and she introduces Sarah to Dr. Jang. Now both sides are secretly planning the exact same deadly outcome. Neither side realizes how quickly their plans are about to collide, setting everything on a dangerous path. Every move brings them one step closer to a deadly confrontation. The three of them decide to kill Man-ji by hitting him with a massive electric shock. If that plan fails, Dr. Jang has a backup. He has created a special injection that he believes can kill aliens, although he's never tested it before and isn't completely confident that it will work. They all head to So-hee's house and begin putting the plan into action. Dr. Jang sets up the high voltage system and pulls out a remote control that looks just like an ordinary cigarette lighter. Their plan depends on one tiny device and perfect timing. Just then, the doorbell rings. Everyone assumes Man-ji has come home, so Sarah and Dr. Jang quickly hide inside a room. But when the door opens, it's actually So-hee's friend standing there with a gun. She's looking for her boyfriend, Broccoli, who is actually Dr. Jang. She searches the entire house and notices that the bathroom door is locked from the inside. Angry, she kicks the door open, only to find Sarah inside using the bathroom. Embarrassed, Sarah quietly walks back out. The real secret remains hidden only a few feet away behind curtains. Dr. Jang has been hiding behind the curtains the entire time, escaping discovery by only a matter of seconds. One small mistake would have destroyed the entire operation instantly. Meanwhile, in the living room, So-hee's friend tells her that her boyfriend might be cheating on her. She pulls out a cigarette, but she doesn't have a lighter, so she grabs the lighter-shaped remote without realizing what it really is. The moment she presses the button, Dr. Jang is hit by a massive electric shock. The three women panic and rush toward the bathroom, where they discover that Dr. Jang is dead. So-hee blames Yeon's son because she was the one who pressed the button, but she quickly tells everyone to stay quiet and not say a word to anyone. One careless moment turns their carefully planned trap into complete disaster. Together, they hide Dr. Jang's body inside Man-ji's closet. Just then, Man-ji returns home. As it turns out, it's also his birthday. Smiling, So-hee tells him to take a shower first, because nobody cuts a birthday cake without cleaning up. While he's in the bathroom, So-hee secretly presses the button from outside. Man-ji is struck by the powerful electric shock, but nothing happens to him. When the women realize he's still alive, they're completely stunned. To cover everything up, they awkwardly laugh it off and claim it was only a prank. Their greatest weapon proves completely useless against the impossible truth. After that, everyone gathers to cut the birthday cake. So-hee offers Man-ji a glass of wine, but she's already mixed poison into it. Just then, someone hears a noise coming from the closet, so Man-ji walks over to check it out. The three women nervously follow behind him. The moment he opens the closet, Dr. Jang falls out, still alive. Man-ji mistakes him for a burglar and knocks him unconscious with a single blow. Believing Dr. Jang is dead this time, So-hee says they need to bury the body before anyone finds out. Their carefully planned cover-up spirals completely out of control within seconds. At the same time, Man-ji's alien friends arrive to help dispose of So-hee's body. Instead, they find total chaos. Laughing it off, they decide they might as well celebrate Man-ji's birthday and join the party. Man-ji sends them inside to drink wine, while he heads out with the women to bury Dr. Jang. As soon as Man-ji finishes digging the grave, So-hee sneaks up behind him and slams an axe into the back of his head. She buries him in the same hole alongside Dr. Jang. Finally, the three women breathe a sigh of relief. Peace lasts only a moment before the impossible happens once again. Without warning, Man-ji's head suddenly pushes up through the dirt. Terrified, the three women sprint to their car and speed away. The nightmare refuses to stay buried no matter what they try. Man-ji climbed back out and started chasing them. He could actually run even faster than their car, and during the chase, the car crashed. In the middle of all the chaos, Man-ji also fell off the side of a mountain. The girls couldn't find his body, so they headed back to So-hee's house. But when they got there, all of Man-ji's alien friends were already dead because they had all drunk the poisoned wine. No one realized the nightmare was only getting started once again. Without wasting any time, the three women loaded all the bodies into their car and drove off to get rid of them. But on the way, the police pulled them over. They quickly made up an excuse, saying, "Officer, these are our husbands. They drank too much and passed out. They're hopeless drunks." Eventually, all three of them were taken to the police station because the officers thought they were acting suspiciously. Meanwhile, fate quietly handed their unstoppable enemy another impossible chance to survive. The electric shock had caused Man-ji to lose his memory. Meanwhile, he climbed back up the mountain and spotted some gas. The moment he drank it, all of his wounds healed, and he was completely healthy again. After that, he went to the police station and brought So-hee and her friends back with him. The danger returned stronger than anyone could have imagined that night. Inside the car, Man-ji pretended that he couldn't remember anything, but after a while, he casually said that he would kill all three women, slowly and with pleasure. Suddenly, Sarah pulled out a knife and slammed it into his head. The car plunged off the mountain once again, but So-hee, Sarah, and Gang-sun survived. They quickly climbed climbed out and ran for their lives. Even a blade through his skull failed to stop the relentless monster. A short time later, Manji got back up with a knife still stuck in his head. The three women ran into a factory and hid, but Manji tracked them down using his powers. Just as he was about to kill Sohee, a large group of alien officers suddenly arrived, and a massive fight broke out. Manji overwhelmed the officers with his supernatural abilities. One final gamble became humanity's only remaining chance to survive. At that moment, Dr. Jang handed Sohee the special injection he had created. Sohee came up behind Manji and injected him. He suddenly froze in place for a few moments. Dr. Jang's serum finally worked, and Manji was killed at last. 1 year later, the three friends were celebrating together when Dr. Jang arrived with flowers for Gang's son. In the end, Sohee walked into a gas station and picked up the fuel nozzle, as if she was about to drink gasoline. And that's where the story ends. Some endings answer everything, while others leave one terrifying question behind. Sometimes, surviving is the real punishment. If stories like this stay in your mind, subscribe to Rafsat Cord, because the next nightmare might be even harder to forget.